experienced like sexual trauma and stuff. It feels weird to me having not experienced that to feel lucky. I feel lucky, but then I also feel bad for feeling lucky.
Yeah. It's a slippery little slope. I want to say double-edged sword, but yeah, I was like, oh, thank God that shit didn't happen to me, but it kind of sucks that it happened to you, yo.
And that's what bothers me, because it reminds me of people who, especially heavily when, you know, I was in Christianity and stuff, it'd be like, you know, thank God for his grace and mercy when something terrible happened. It happened to somebody. It just didn't happen to the person you care about or love.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with being grateful, but it seems kind of callous.
Like, what about that other person?
Yeah.
And I mean, and I guess that kind of will go into like our first topic, how people are feeling about these cats in this submarine. But
God. Submersible. They should have known by the name.
Oh, man. Should have known by the fucking... Anyway,
I know. Hey, when the nigga closed the door, and to keep it secure, he tied
the rope around it, right. You know what I'm saying?
That's what we do?
Yeah, sir. This is not going to be good. Oh, yeah, we've been down there twice. Fam.
Sure you have.
Yeah, sure you have. But yeah, like you said, like, how can you? You know what I'm saying? Like, thank God, like, I can only imagine, like, parents of kids that survived school shootings while friends of theirs died.
I just watched something on the other day.
Right.
They got some on HBO about some news. Anyway, they went to Uvalde and talked to some of the parents. One of them was an officer who, when he found out it was at his daughter's school, he showed up and was not in the hallway, but he was in there and essentially finding out nobody was going in. And then they made him leave because, you know, it's his kid or whatever.
Right.
And his kid ended up being one of the ones that was killed. The parents said the tough part was because of the long time frame. They're like, we don't know if she suffered. We don't know if she was hiding and then near the end, or if it happened right as soon as they got in there.
Exactly. Did she bleed out? You know what I'm saying? And was she alive for a little while?
Exactly. Was she? Yeah. And then there was another kid. They interviewed his family. He got shot in the leg, and he was just talking about missing his friends and stuff. I think, and I mean, again, so see, here's the predicament. Thankfully, I don't have to make that decision, but I feel like if I did, and I wanted to make an impact, this is an Emmett Till moment. Like, these bullets tore through kids' bodies.
Right.
I'm showing pictures.
Right.
Like, put that shit. No, we doing open.
Yeah, here you go. Like, open casket. Here's what he or she looked like before whatever the creepy ass funeral director did. Like, the motherfuckers are creepy, yo. Anybody that works in funeral homes, y'all weirdos.
Really though?
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel, fam. Like, hey, y'all niggas is weird, but yeah, like here's the before, here's what he or she looked like, and this is what I live with.
Yep.
For the images of my child.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? This is how I saw her or him. You know what I'm saying? When I had to identify and shit like that.
So that, like, to your point, that's got to be tough. Like, somehow your kid came out of that relatively unscathed, even if they weren't, like, wounded. Like, they just, one girl they talked to, that's one of the ones who I think became known because she took and told her classmates, put blood on yourself so we look like we already, you know, out of there. Mm-hmm. So when she came running out the class when the police finally got him, she had blood all over her face, like on both sides of her face. She had put on there with her own hands.
Oh, wow.
Of her classmates. Like, you talking about trauma, nigga?
Forever. Right, you can't be mad at that kid as she grows up is into all types of shit. You can't be mad about it. Like, you got to understand this. Like,
let it ride.
Shit.
They be like, you know what she doing? Yep. And do you know what she been through? But it's like I know those parents, it's like insane to them that our kid made it home, and you're, quote, grateful, very grateful, but also, man, that sucks for, you know, your neighbors and the other people. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. That's always been a thing to me, like, having just, I don't know, room for, like, being grateful, but also empathy for other people because whatever.
And like there has to be a conflict when it comes to like super uber religious folks. Like you're grateful, you're happy, you're thanking God that your child made it home, that he saw fit and gave mercy and glory to your kid. But what about all the other kids?
Mm-hmm.
I honestly
and the statement that they've come up with to justify maybe their feelings about it, favor ain't fair, because that was something I would hear often. People would say favor ain't fair, and it's like, I don't know. I think when it just becomes so verbose, like braggadocious about whatever you're grateful for receiving, there's this idea that you're doing it to glorify God, but it doesn't matter to people that sometimes like you're making somebody else feel bad or shaming somebody else or, making them feel small.
Right.
And that just doesn't, in my mind, it's like, does God get glory from that? Because he don't seem like the type of God that's like that.
Yeah, wow. I mean, I wouldn't. I'd be like, man, humble yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you got it by chance, circumstances where you happen to be at this particular point in time, but look at the person next to you, man. They struggling. You know what I'm saying? See that and show them mercy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Versus, thanking me for some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, truthfully and honestly, like, what did I do?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just me if I was like God or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, what did I do? Nigga, I'm sitting up here chilling. I'm just watching y'all motherfuckers run around and do dumb shit. Laughing half of the time. So most of you motherfuckers and shit don't keep your hands off yourselves long enough for me to do anything for your ass. You know what I'm saying? So,
I know.
Yeah, it's weird. I guess that's why, I feel the way that I feel about religion and shit. Like, I ain't to the point to, and the reason why I don't want to necessarily align myself with atheists, because they tend to be pompous assholes. And like, oh, you believe in like, I'm not one of them motherfuckers and shit, but I'm definitely not,
yeah,
to say it out loud and shit. Because I found out that this week overshare on the podcast. So, know what I'm saying? So,
nothing you're gonna regret.
I mean, I don't regret shit that I say. Hey, if you hear it, you listen, you find out. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's really nothing I can do about it, but also, my bad. But, yeah, like, just one of those things, man. Like, religion has always been weird for me. Even when I was younger and had to be in the shit, like, I always thought it was weird. Like, nigga, what you crying for, cuz? Like, what you running up and down the aisle for, man? Like, let's sit your ass down somewhere. But, yeah. Anyway, folks, you know what it is. This is We Ain't Found.
We ain't found shit.
We back, motherfuckers. Listen, I always like to start these bitches with life updates and shit. Life update sucks. That's it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's it.
Real concise.
Yeah, 6. Next Friday will be the first birthday without the R&B Charlatan, so that's gonna be interesting. Were we at the 7-month mark? No, we ain't even made it to a full year. And honestly, I feel like this year's dragging ass.
Kind of is.
Yeah, any other year would just like that.
You'd be flying through
Yeah, this year is like,
where'd the year go?
You gonna feel every little piece of this year, my nigga. Like,
y'all have something planned for the memorial?
Yeah, just like a little dinner and shit. Like, family and friends, and I mean, it ain't gonna be too huge or anything like that. Some cake and some shit like that. Just kind of celebrate them and shit. They want to release balloons. I'm like,
I was gonna say, I know that's what people do.
That's a little much for me. If they want to do that, they can do that. But I'm like, and then if one of the balloons fly and hit like a power line and everybody's power's out, which is happening.
That's what you're thinking about?
Yeah. Or like it flies into an engine of a 747 and then like, look.
I like to think, I don't know. It's a nice gesture. You know, it's already a nice gesture to take time out to remember somebody who's no longer there. I've been at a balloon release for my cousin Connie, and you know, they just say a few words and acknowledge her and that, and then take a moment afterwards, just kind of, I guess, you know, reflecting and being in that moment, and that's it. Just some personal, you know, it might be cathartic for you, man. It's corny.
It is.
And it sounds corny, but you'd be surprised at how it feels. That's all I'm going to say. You do you, but yeah.
I ain't released no goddamn balloons.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Alrighty then.
Oh, man. With that shit. Well, I guess. I mean, if they want to do it, you know, of course I'm going to do it and shit, but like, I'm going to be like, same time, side-eyeing niggas and shit like, we just released $35 worth of fucking balloons into the atmosphere.
It's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone. But, you know, again, it's a gesture. It's just like somebody being like, oh, man, you want me to get that for you? But, you know, you didn't really mean it. And they're like, no, I'm good. You're like, cool, because it was just a gesture.
I'm just, you know.
I wasn't really going to get that for you, so. I'm glad that you're out.
That's like niggas offering motherfuckers to help move and shit. Like,
hit me up, man. You know,
that's why I don't do it. Like,
I think I might need to retire because, I mean, actually, I don't mind because all the time that I did enjoy helping people move, I never had a truck, and I feel like it's kind of weird now that I have a truck. I'm like, but it's more because I'm just getting older, and my body is like, now how much of the moving we doing?
Right, exactly.
So I don't know. I might get to the point I'm just like, hey man, take the keys. Here you go. Put some gas in it. You know, do your thing.
Or hire movers. Like I found out that through U-Haul, if you rent a truck, you can also hire their movers, and you just drive the truck. They'll come, pack you up, and unpack you.
Okay. Will they charge by the hour?
I think so.
With a minimum?
Probably a minimum, like a couple, 2 hours, something like that, yeah. But folks were saying online that it's cheaper than like hiring these movers nowadays. Because some of these movers be charging out the fucking ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do. They be putting the miles on it. They put everything they can. But you start off talking about El Submersible. Who I know it was one teenager on board.
Yeah, the son. I think it was the son of the billionaire dude.
And they said that he was hesitant, but his dad kind of talked him into it. And so it's so many things I don't get about this, other than just the state of the fucking craft in the first place. I don't get wanting to go see wreckage.
Right.
I don't understand.
What are you learning from that shit that we ain't already learned?
We haven't already covered in movies and documentaries and shows and YouTube videos. Like, really, what the fuck is the point?
Right. My man James Cameron went down there.
Several times.
Several times, right. He has a legit, like, military grade fucking submersible. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to be straight.
And it's very knowledgeable about this shit, too. Like, he's almost like subject matter expert knowledgeable about it at this point. Which I thought was interesting, because I'm like, you know, he probably just went down there, whatever. But nah, they say he's been down there several times. Very well informed. Could basically be an instructor on the shit. But also, again, why? So here's the thing, too. Like, yes, the Titanic is very well known in our circles over here. But why not go look up some shit that other people don't know about?
Right.
Look up some other wreckage or find a flight that went down or something if you're going to do that. But like going somewhere it's been done so many times, it's not worth your life.
It's not. And like you said, there's other things that you could go see. And it's probably less dangerous too, to be honest with you, because they were showing the depths that these motherfuckers went to. We talking about 12,000. What was it? Not feet. Is it feet?
Meters?
Maybe meters. To the bottom where the Titanic is, and it was showing like, in comparison to like the Empire State Building and where fucking blue whales usually are, and that little ugly ass fish with the little thing off the top of his head that lights
angler.
up and shit, yeah, and giant squids and shit like.
Okay, so they went down there, and the shit imploded.
Sound like it imploded before they even got there.
Yeah,
they
didn't make it,
right.
But implosion. So I saw videos of like things imploding, but I was listening to something else, and they were saying so according to science, essentially these niggas popped,
exploded.
Yeah. Even before the vessel crunched up like a soda can.
Mm-hmm.
That is insane.
Yeah, I mean the vessel crunching up a soda can was basically like niggas wrapping up leftovers at the what?
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
You know how the niggas wrap that shit up like the shape of a duck or something like that?
Nah, why that immediately made me thinking like a half-eaten Chipotle burrito. And you just be like trying to tuck the shit back in, right?
I'll finish this shit later.
I'm gonna have some later.
Yeah.
God.
I wasn't hungry as I thought I was. That's what the fucking the little fish with the goddamn thing on his head said.
Jesus.
He wasn't as hungry as he thought he was. I'm gonna take this shit to go. Y'all knew that I was gonna make a fucked up joke about this shit anyway, so like, shit, I am who I am.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
But you're not alone, because apparently the whole internet is making jokes about these niggas
on they ass.
And they do not seem to really care that they died.
And I was watching. You might have seen that. Did I send it to you? The video. Okay. And old boy broke it down, and it made fucking sense. Like, you want people to feel sorry for motherfuckers who had the ability to pay
the means
to pay, like $250,000. Like, dude, that's a house up the street. Somewhere, I don't know, because housing prices down the street. Down the street, yeah, way down the street, down the street. But I mean, that's a house. That's at least a majority of a house payment. That's the hell. If you gave me $250,000 right now, the first thing I'm thinking about doing is, and not number one that's not on the list, is going to see the fucking Titanic. You know what I'm saying?
Not never,
ever. So
never had the. I don't understand the desire even to want to go see it.
Well, number one, that shit, and outer space exploration freaks me out. Like, just the vastness of space, the unknowingness of what's in the ocean, because we don't know.
Anything where I have to learn about science and pressure as it pertains to my body and the breakability of it in space or in the ocean, you count me out.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Absolutely.
I'm fucking good.
Top 10 fears. Probably top 5. Probably top 5. Like, what if happens if I'm out in space and we're like doing a spacewalk and my tether breaks and I'm just a nigga floating in space into the end of time? Like, my shriveled up fucking dead carcass is gonna end up just floating forever. Like,
I don't know why they made me picture you like doing space cartwheels,
right?
Just like,
because you got to do some shit to pass time. You know what I'm saying? So you got me fucking flips. Can I do this shit? You know what I'm saying? Not dead today. Let's go for the record. Like, shit. That, and then like fucking, like you said, like being down at the bottom of the ocean and bam, 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 fucking exploding and shit.
That's niggas be on subs and stuff. I be like, y'all got it, man. I don't. None of that. So they went down there and they didn't make it all the way to their destination. They died in what would appear to be a very horrible way.
Yeah.
I don't know how much pain you experience before you implode.
They said it's instantaneous. Like, they didn't feel shit. I mean, you can only speculate.
Right, right. Hopefully that's the case.
Right.
I mean, unless a nigga imploded and came back to tell us, all right, guys, I got a full report.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, I mean,
I didn't feel anything. That's total bullshit. That shit hurt.
Shit hurts
That
like
shit
a
hurt.
motherfucker. I barely made it back. But yeah, I don't know. And then I saw the other stories about the vessel carrying the refugees. I guess they were Pakistani to Greece. I think they were trying to get to Italy. They showed up at Greece or whatever, but the ship was overwhelmed. They drowned. They said they recovered like 80 bodies. Damn. And something else. It was like 500 people on there though. So they recovered 80 bodies, and then there was 100 and something people, I think, that did not die or perish, and then the rest are assumed drowned.
Wow. I saw the story. I just didn't read on it. Like,
yeah, man. And I think that's also a point of contention for people making fun of the submersible. Is like, yo, 500 lives here, essentially, not all of them, but majority of them perish because we don't fuck with refugees, I guess. And then you got, what was this, 4 people? 5 people folded up in a crushed soda can. By choice.
By choice.
Turn
themselves into a Chipotle burrito. This bitch. And then the story about the stepson that went to the Blink 182 commercial and shit just reminds me of that meme of that one nigga that's like laughing and getting into like the Bentley or the Rolls Royce or some shit with the fur coat on. Like,
God.
He's like, music is a way to soothe the soul, and I didn't like this nigga didn't care. That boy was ready. It's like rubbing his hands together like Birdman and shit. Like, go ahead and give me my shit, cuz.
Terrible. Yeah, man. I mean, R.I.P. Not a great choice.
Not a great choice.
Apparently, there were people trying to warn them in different ways that this was not going to end well.
If a nigga driving you to go see the Titanic using an Xbox controller and shit, and we ain't even talking about the official Xbox controller, we talking about some aftermarket shit.
Right.
That don't give you pause and shit. Like,
I feel like it's equivalent to, we can go and take a trip like from here to Fort Worth, and we can even get an Uber, like somebody else to drive. But if the Uber show up and this motherfucker got duct tape and trash bags on the back window, I'm gonna probably be like, I'm gonna wait for another one.
Right? Yeah.
I'm gonna see what else is out there.
And then I'm hitting up Uber, and it's like, why'd you let this motherfucker drive this jalopy around, picking up people?
Fucking 4 spare tires and shit with the back window gone, cracks in the front window. I mean, you gotta look at it and be like,
yeah. Oh, fam, you gotta open it from the inside. You gotta let him open. Right.
You gotta go through the back to get to the front passenger, because that door don't open at all. So you gotta climb around.
We're okay.
Right.
Here's $10, fam.
Man, thanks for showing up.
Thanks for showing up.
And you seem like you need this, so here you go.
There you go. God damn.
But nah.
Hello, Uber customer service. You see this nigga's car?
What kind of shit
I'm
is
taking
this?
pictures of shit.
What kind of shit is this?
Yeah.
Which is weird. So I don't know if that's a complete lack of awareness on their end. It's definitely a lack of friends. They ain't had one friend that was like, I don't think this the move for you.
I mean, I think that's the problem when you got somebody that has that much power and money. Like, it's hard to find people to tell you, like, yo, no. That's why I think, rich people should just like hire a no man. Like, you got yes man, like, that's a business idea for your ass. Listen, court nigga no service. Every time you need to be, talked out of some dumb shit, for the low price of $2,500, I will absolutely tell you no.
That's what I'm saying.
And if you want to, slap the shit out of you.
I ain't even got to be your friend. We can be total strangers. You can hit my line, show me some pictures. I'll be like, maybe not. Maybe pass on this.
We won't rethink that shit, Chief.
Yeah.
I
figure if you're trying to go to the deepest depths of the ocean, you might want some state of the art shit,
right?
That's tried and true.
I mean, at least a fucking steering wheel.
God dang.
Like, cause I mean, I've never been on a submarine, so I'm not a submarine expert, but I'm pretty fucking sure
they don't use the game controllers.
Yeah, they'll use game controllers.
Yeah, Hunt for Red October would be a whole different movie.
It would be, wouldn't it?
Sean Connery grabs the Xbox controller.
Well, at that time it'd have been a Nintendo,
Sega,
probably, or Sega.
Yeah,
or Sega. But I mean, I don't think there was like any aftermarket joint, so it'd have been at least an official Sega fucking controller, yo.
Wow.
Hey, I don't want to drive no shit, and then on the screen we looking where we going, and the next thing you know, fucking Mario pops up breaking fucking bricks with his head and shit. It's me, Mario.
Wow.
Luigi. Yo. I mean, like you said,
wow.
Rest in peace. I feel bad for everybody involved, their family, and all that shit. I really feel bad for the son because it seemed like he was the only one that had any fucking sense.
Yeah.
He got talked into it by his dad, who looked like Doc Brown a little bit.
Just like
we're going back to the future, Marty.
It's one of them, like, bruh, what's really?
And like you said, like, what do you need to see that we ain't already saw?
Man, you ain't finna find nothing new,
right?
Not in that little fucking thing. And then on top of that, did they go down with the equipment, or were they just planning on literally visually seeing it?
I think it was literally visually, and not even literally visually. Well, I guess literally visually, but like it's not like niggas had windows or some shit.
That's what I'm saying. So what was the plan here?
It was the screens. Like there was cameras on the outside, and they would have been able to watch the shit on the screen. It was like, well, I mean, for $3.99 on Apple fucking TV, you could have watched that shit on the screen,
high definition
with some fucking dope commentary.
That's
by James Cameron.
That's a ridiculous way to go, man.
It is.
That was my favorite video I saw about it, was them saying what they woke up to, and it was the end of the Titanic movie where they like welcoming Rose into the main. They said that's what them niggas is at.
You know what I'm saying? With
like,
the
bruh, y'all wanted to be there so bad.
With the flute of recorder music playing in the background and shit. Oh, son.
Niggas coming in with Jack at the top of the stairs.
You know what I'm saying?
Reaching his hand out and smiling like, I've been waiting on you.
Them niggas playing the fucking violin and went down with the fucking ship and shit, violin, the orchestra and shit. Like, yeah, you one of us now. One of us.
Niggas gonna walk in and be like, y'all don't look nothing like the movie. Be like, yeah, these was not the people that was actually in the movie. These are the people from the real Titanic.
Life. Right, yeah.
They're like regular motherfuckers.
Yeah, from the fucking 20s.
From the 20s.
So imagine that shit.
Hygiene not at all-time high.
Mm-mm. Dirty shirts.
Mm-hmm. Teeth fucked up.
Yep.
Teeth fucked up.
Shoes,
but you know,
talking and leaning and shit.
That's what y'all wanted, man. I don't know, man. I feel bad for that kid, though.
I do. That's who really... Because he's just 19.
Yeah,
you know
he
what
got
I'm saying?
The raw deal.
Yeah, he definitely got the raw. And like, and you know, the family's not having any, you know, physical remnants of their loved ones. Like, because
Sharks bring the whole submersible back up and bury that bitch. Was that possible?
I don't think so.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I think it's among the wreckage.
Lost to sea. Yeah,
it's among the wreckage. And that fucking Xbox controller is gonna stay down there until the end of times and shit.
I think we should move on.
Should we?
This is only gonna get worse.
It could.
It's gonna get bad.
It could.
And those people don't deserve that. They already made bad choices.
Yeah, they made some bad choices.
Very poor.
I wonder if they saw like the aliens and shit before. Because that's a theory. I believe that shit.
There's like, aliens down there?
Yeah, the motherfuckers live.
The Talocons?
Motherfucking
Talocons down there from Black Panther.
Too. But that's a theory that there's
underwater city?
Underwater cities and bases for these motherfuckers where they be at.
My thing, though, with that is, if that's the case, and they haven't gone out of their way to make themselves known, leave them niggas alone.
Leave them alone. Leave them alone.
Let them live.
Yeah, they ain't doing nothing.
They know where we at.
They come out. and then they go back.
You know,
Yeah, and
they
they
get a
can
little sighting or something. But
yeah, they can
for
do
the
that.
most part, they ain't trying to make contact. Leave them alone. This is the thing, man, with everything, and that's what disturbs me the most sometimes about white people being in charge is they the main culprits who don't mind they fucking business.
Mind business, right?
Like if niggas is in charge, we're gonna be like, you know what? I seen that, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Right, like
I'm gonna just leave it right there.
that seems out of my purview.
Yeah.
So
There was nothing about the crop circles or a fucking sighting that said, "Hey, let's investigate further.
right.
Let's make contact."
Well, where they fucked up at, they made crop circles in in white areas. Also, they weren't the shape of Hennessy bottles, so niggas weren't interested.
Wow. Wow.
Like if they made a crop circle in the form of MF Doom's helmet, then you might get our attention.
Even if they did something that we're familiar with, all we gonna be like, damn, that shit is dope. We finna take a bunch of pictures. We gonna talk about it for like a week, and we gonna move the fuck on.
We do tend to move on past shit really fast.
Very fucking fast.
Really fast.
You know why? Because we gotta deal with life trying to beat our ass.
That's true.
Ain't nobody got time to dwell on shit.
We can't focus on some of the shit
No.
that y'all be focusing on, yo. Hey, we don't give a fuck about Bigfoot.
No.
Like Bigfoot could walk down the street right now. We see him and be like, okay.
Be like, damn, that's wild.
Right.
Snap a little picture. You crazy.
I think we identify with him. We just want to be left the fuck alone.
Yes, man. Because we realize the same people who don't know how to mind their business took an interest in some niggas in Africa. And, well, here we are.
It's interesting. Over there.
Look at these people.
Naked and free.
Like they're enjoying their village or something.
Let's go give them this terrible fucking religion of ours. And
Let's show them what these guns do.
modesty.
Fuck, man.
But yeah.
Yeah, we just mind our business.
Mind our business.
No, I appreciate that about us.
Speaking of minding business, I wanted to talk about, and we may have talked about this before in a different light or context. I think definitely around the Chris Rock special with the Selective Outrage shit. But I've been finding some shit just oddly weird these days, especially the days and age that we live in. You mentioned old boy from the Black Panther that played Namor. He's one. Jonathan Majors is one. I think in the notes I wrote an example of folks wanting to be upset or cancel a song that Jay put out years ago because he mentioned Tina and Ike and Tina. The Selective, delayed, misplaced, super fast outrage that happens nowadays is something that is becoming, for me, undigestible and a little weird. Because now that we're seeing how it's playing out in court, specifically with Jonathan Majors, there's more to the fucking story. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm sure there's more to the fucking story to cuz that played Namor. I don't know what his name is.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
And there was, of course, why are you upset about something that happened 10, 15 years ago just because this person died? Why weren't you upset when that shit happened or the other years in between? You know what I'm saying? It took her dying for you to be upset about the shit. Like, I don't get the outrage for social media to like act like you're above or better than everybody else or whatever because you're upset about some shit. I don't get the
Tanakh Huerta?
Tanakh Huerta.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's his name.
Tanakh. Mm-hmm. Tanakh knows how it feels to be treated like a nigga.
Cuckoo cotton.
But the shit bugs me. It bugs me. It bugs me. And it also reminds me of why the prison industrial complex works so well in this motherfucker. Why I'm trying to figure out how to fucking say this shit. Shameful treatment and shaming of poor people seems to be a thing in this motherfuckers, because y'all got this sense of self worth and just is weird to me. It's a weird thing for me to wrap my mind around.
I think it's nuanced too, because I more or less get annoyed with the misplaced. You mentioned that misplaced. That shit, because that makes me think of Kyrie. You know, with the whole whatever he tweeted, and everybody mad at him, but not the producer of the film,
not Amazon,
not the person in the film, not Amazon, and it's very misplaced. It's like you're gonna attack the wrong person in this whole equation. But I feel like too, like I think it's two things. So I think back in the day, especially with the people who settled this country, like there's a certain level of mob violence, right? It's like they get to a point with black people, oh, hey, he raped this white woman. Mm-hmm. Boom, we're triggered. Now we all get together and agree on something and we take action. Right. And I feel like it's that same mob mentality where people just want to join in and feel like they're on the right side of something. So it's like, think of the battle that people went through with the whole believe women when they say they've been abused, which is a thing. So when it comes to that with Jonathan Majors, if you're on that side of like, well, let's wait and see what evidence comes out, then people think you're just like the people who when a white officer shoots a black person. Well, let's wait and see what happened before we say anything. And those of us who've been on this side of it the whole time, we're like, we ain't got to wait for shit. Right. We already know. He busted capping this nigga ass, and he could have done some other way, ultimately. And there are very minimal cases maybe where even for us, we'd be like, oh, no, you had to shoot that nigga. Like, this is no choice, guys. Right. Sorry. But, there's so few cases. So it's like it's easy to, in the mob mentality, just be on this side of it. And then maybe you get proven wrong. Cool. I feel like that with the Jonathan Majors thing. I feel like we were kind of like, hope it's not true. Hope it didn't happen. Weren't trying to like necessarily jump on my boy back and just, stomp him into the ground. We're just hoping that wasn't the case. And it's like people now with that mob mentality, they try to force you to choose sides. Right. That is the other thing that gets, so it's like the misplaced outrage and then forcing somebody to choose sides with this mentality of like, well, if you just gonna stay in the middle, then you're choosing the side of the whatever. And it's like
the accused.
And it's this real compression of trying to force everybody. It's like a funnel. Like you're trying to force everybody into a certain opinion, and people just don't move like that. Right. Some people are gonna be on the wrong side of it. Some people are gonna be on the right. Some people are gonna know early. Some people are gonna learn late. It's just how it goes.
Right. And I feel also that the ability to not admit that you were wrong in that particular case is also an issue, because some motherfuckers, they just double down. It's like, oh well, the court said he's wrong, but fuck the courts. You know what I'm saying? Because I know. And what about this person and that person? Okay, well, if he was an asshole to ex co-stars, directors or something like that, just means he's a fucking asshole to those particular people. Right. Not necessarily a fucking abuser. You know what I'm saying? He's just a fucking dickhead. And you can be that and not be an abuser.
But people want to jump and pile on, I think, too, because it gives you some shine, Well, I worked with him, man, and, I could see this coming. So now people want to interview you like, damn, what happened? You know? But in reality, it's just... Like you said, man, it's outrage and everybody wanting to jump on board, and I feel like it doesn't benefit anybody. I'm not saying that when, it's just nuance. I think it's circumstantial. There are certain things that happen where maybe you can take an elongated look at it. You can take a more patient approach to it versus having to jump on something right away. And it just, it varies for people. But yeah, it's annoying because also I think to the point you were saying about the self-worth, it's like, are we putting ourselves in this position where we're jumping on this person as if we don't fuck up and we haven't done wrong things to people or treated people in a certain way that if it was publicized like a Jonathan Majors, wouldn't we be fucked?
Right.
I know I have. I've said and done things to people, man, that have been very damaging. And if it was publicized on any website, niggas would be like, oh, that nigga's an asshole.
It's an asshole, right?
He's a dickhead.
Like, we've all said some pretty fucked up shit in our worst moments and shit. Like,
and it's like, again, this attempt to hold them to a higher standard, which that's a whole nother case. So I don't know, man. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of the outrage when it comes to celebrities, especially. I think when there's a pattern of something, then maybe less patience, more action. So with the R. Kelly or even with a Chris Brown, when there's a pattern of something, now it's like, all right, bruh, there's something going on here that needs to be addressed.
Right.
I've been a Chris Brown fan. I've enjoyed his music and stuff. Most recent joint, I don't know whatever happened with him and Usher, but several people are like, yo, he all up in Tiana Taylor's face going ham. And it's just like, nigga, you Chris Brown.
Right.
You know your history. You know what people think of you. Maybe don't do that.
Yeah, right.
Maybe don't put yourself in that predicament.
Maybe walk away. Like, if you got a disagreement, sometimes it's okay to be like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Like
literally be like, you got it.
You got it, right.
You got it.
You got it. Because it's going to save you a lot of shit. Like, I feel like, like you said, Chris Brown, you already got a history, B. You know what I'm saying? And you're known for being a fucking hothead and hanging around niggas that don't make the best decisions and shit. So why don't you just walk away?
So now you make it hard for people to cut for you because there's a pattern that needs to be addressed now. You have a very aggressive way of dealing with people, specifically women. And that's a problem that needs to be addressed.
Right.
So same thing with like everybody with R. Kelly or, Bill Cosby. And it's like when there's a pattern, unfortunately, I'm not saying that you got to wait until the shit doesn't happen 15 times.
Right.
Because I'm an advocate for, nipping it in the butt immediately.
Minimizing the effects.
Right. But again, it's got to be truthful and real about what happened. It can't just be conjecture and assumption. So that's why I felt like that. Like, if it comes to it and they like, yo, we got mad evidence this nigga choked the fuck out this girl, beat her head against the taxi window, threw her out on the street, stomped on her, took a selfie with some friends, said Kang is in this bitch.
Right, signed an autograph. This nigga pulled out his dick a little bit.
Fuck it, we here.
Right, we here. Like,
so, he did all that. Okay, this problematic as fuck. But it's like, if none of that is going on or is coming out like that, then yeah, you're in a situation where this is my issue. Then I feel like people who have that mob mentality, they don't know how or who to give grace to. When it comes to, here, and this is the issue. We were talking about this the last time we podcast. This love for pets and stuff. Because motherfuckers who save pets and do all kind of stuff, anything with pets, y'all love them to death.
Right.
And same way. Like somebody shoot a dog, long as they ain't a cop, y'all on their ass.
Right, exactly.
So it's like, yo.
Was that rated? That video... Dude was outside smoking a cigarette, and dude next door, I guess, got a brand new pit bull puppy. Not a puppy, but like he was young, but he's still like almost fully grown pit, and had him on a loose. My man said, "Get your dog." And he's like, get your dog. The dog came over there aggressive. A man put 2 in them. Like, I'm pretty sure there was some motherfuckers that were in the comments, you know, more carried about the dog, more worried about the dog. Yeah, we need some water. There's glasses in
Okay.
in that cabinet there. Water dispenser in here.
Appreciate it. Just gonna cough it out, but yeah, exactly.
So I mean, it's weird. And y'all motherfuckers that love animals and kiss them in the mouth are weird.
Man, gross.
It's gross.
Fucking gross.
I don't even like motherfucking dogs licking on me. Like, my sister's dogs try that shit all the time. Like, I will beat your ass. Don't you dare.
Yeah, that's
That's weird.
But that's why I said in the last time, like, what we need is a very general outline moral compass of what is wrong and right off the rip. We need a baseline. Is killing niggas wrong? Okay. Is killing niggas unarmed wrong? Okay. Is killing niggas even though you think they look scary wrong? All right. Even though, you know, he's 6'4", you know, we need some baselines.
Right. And then
we all agree on.
You can't add, but what if there's no what ifism? Like, yo, regardless of who did the shit, this is wrong.
We made a baseline. That way we can spider it out from there and get more creative about the details of, you know, circumstances and situations. But if we can't even agree on that, then, because if it's not Jonathan Majors, does anybody care?
No.
He's up and coming Denzel Washington. He's a motherfucking superstar. So it's like, as soon as there's an opportunity that he has a flaw or he has done something illegal, it's all over.
Right.
But we know several white actors who have done that and worse and still get movies. To this day.
It took them forever to fucking, like, do anything about Charlie Sheen. And Charlie Sheen was a whole menace out in this motherfucker and shit.
Man. The list of rock stars and white actors who have gotten away with all kinds of things with women is long enough to be the Dead Sea Scrolls. Like, it's lengthy. Mm-hmm. Maybe I can look it up and get some specific examples, but I know for sure I've heard several. And it's not been a thing, to your point. Like, the Jay-Z stuff come back up because Tina Turner passed. So now it's like, oh my God, did you know he said this? He's so wrong.
Right.
That, to me, and that's like,
it's like, yeah,
you
nigga,
didn't give 15, a fuck about her because that was there before.
Yeah, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
He said, thanks.
You didn't care. You just want show shine for the moment. And this is the problem with the internet, man. Is it's made a way for mob mentality to connect with y'all without them having to really be there in person. And that's the scary part.
Yeah. Most definitely. Like, it's and like, you know, it's the name of the show. We ain't found shit. We ain't got answers for it or nothing like that.
Facts.
Other than y'all chill the fuck out. Like, but I don't know if that's an answer that carries any weight. Cause y'all ain't gonna chill the fuck out. Saw a video, oddly enough, of an interview with Tina and Ike on the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. And yeah, he was a menace. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure because of the shit that Tina said in that interview, she probably called a left hook or two from Ike. And like, yo, he's where he's at, she's where she's at. They're both gone. She made peace with the shit that Ike did to her a long time ago. Ike died. He didn't think he, you know, necessarily did anything wrong, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, or maybe he did. Maybe he was remorseful for the shit.
Yeah.
But the point is that they're both dead. And you shaming anybody else for doing whatever the fuck they did in a song with their names attached does absolutely nothing for them. They're gone.
I mean, man.
And not sitting in black heaven eating chicken and shit. It's like, well, I appreciate the motherfuckers looking out for us.
People have said so much wild shit in songs. Like, if we was really... That's the thing. and that's why I say you need a baseline. Because people do wild shit. Like, there's people who fuck animals, my nigga. Like, put their dick in animals. They do that.
I don't put my shit in some questionable pussy before, but
it's a thing.
I don't see a dog and be like, I can fuck that dog.
No, not never.
It's weird shit. So, like, I've heard like stories of farmers, like, because apparently sheep vagina is similar to lady.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, apparently. I don't know firsthand, so fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I've read and heard some things, unfortunately, and
if I see you coming up the steps with a sheep,
it'd be a lot easier.
I know. Good God.
It would be. Bathe it, make sure it's clean, name.
So you see, we haven't found shit.
Right, put some drawers on it and shit, you know what I'm saying? Little, make sure a sheep froll is picked out and cool and whatnot.
Can you wax the nigga? And then, because if you put drawers on it in its current state, you won't even see it because the wool is
wool's over it. But modesty and shit. Wow. You know what I mean? And then you also want the effect that, I'm about to take your drawers off.
I expected this to go at all.
I mean, it would be a lot cheaper. Like, how much is sheep food? What do sheep eat? I mean, can sheep eat chicken?
Oh my God!
Because shit.
Oh my God!
It's a lot cheaper than dating nowadays, yo.
Wow. I can't go with you on that.
Can't follow. Yeah, I figure most
bridge too far.
Follow me on that shit. Like,
it's a bridge too far.
I figure most folks can't.
You out there, but
I'm just saying, like, I get it. Lonely farmer, sitting at the crib. Maybe wife don't want to give him none. Maybe he ain't got a wife. You know what I'm saying? Out there,
But he got a sheep.
Tired of looking at, Farmer Hub.
Doesn't matter if the sheep consents, because they can't. So
it can't. I mean, maybe that's it. You know what I'm saying? You ask her, like, depending on the noise the motherfucker make. It's like, hey, Bessie.
Oh my God.
Me and you get a little cozy in the bar.
God.
And she's like, man. And he's like, okay, so you're not really down for it. But she's like, man. And she's like, yo, okay, cool.
Man.
Cool. I will see you in a second.
Wow. Okay.
Like I said, it ain't for me, but I'm not judging farmers.
To an animal of any kind, nor have I had the desire to. Just would like to say that.
I've seen a horse fuck a lady before. Wow. On the internet. You can find anything on the internet.
What did that...
It looked fucking painful. For her and for the horse.
And for the horse?
Yeah, because I think the horse got stuck.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not looking that up.
Yeah, don't... I'm sure it's on Reddit, though.
Can just stay out of my feed.
Everything's on Reddit, yo.
So,
that went a little left.
A little? Nigga, you went left and off the planet.
Off the fucking planet, yeah.
So,
Perseon, Omicron I or A or whatever. That's where I'm at right now.
Apparently there's a sheep named Betsy that we should be concerned
about. Yeah. She's probably getting fucked right now.
Okay. White
Farmer
people finna call in. They finna call in and they're gonna save Betsy.
They say Betsy. Yeah, save Betsy. You motherfuckers is always worried about saving animals. Where the fuck was you for Betsy? Well, she's in there getting tag teamed and having half sheep, half human babies.
Wow.
Like fucking that movie.
I feel like if we just let your imagination run,
probably shouldn't.
It's gonna go to even more disturbing places.
I'll probably get arrested for some of the shit that I've been thinking about. Like, this nigga is a menace.
Yeah.
I feel like J. Jonah Jameson and shit, like he fucked with Spider-Man and shit. Court is a fucking menace.
It's a menace.
Let's lock him up.
It's about time people know it.
Save Betsy.
Did you see Spider-Verse?
No.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I heard it's amazing, though.
I want to go see it.
I actually want to watch the first one, then go see it again, because I feel like I don't even remember a lot from the first one.
That might be ideal. I definitely, shit, I might go see it today.
Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow.
Do you go to this one right here?
I have been.
You like it?
It's cool. I like it. Somebody else doesn't, but I like it.
So yeah, there's some other theaters though you might check out.
We went to that one down Main
in Frisco Square.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We went to that one. Not a fan.
Yeah, I've been there before. It's not.
It's not. Yeah.
I guess one off 380 is far for y'all, but it's one off 380 and 423. Like go up 423, take 380 down to the tollway. Mm-hmm. Cut.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
I like Cut.
Yeah,
Cut is nice. I saw John Wick there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And they got ranch flavored popcorn, so that's all right with me.
They got a nice little menu actually. You'd be like, damn, y'all got all this. It's pretty good. I went to see The Boogeyman. Stephen King. So it's PG-13, but I was like, I'm gonna check it out. And I went to a night show and it was like 10:40. Just me. Went to Cut. It was quite a few people in there actually. Here was the problem. And this is how I know I'm getting a little older. Get in there. I already had my own drink. I bring my own drink. I'm not buying whatever the fuck they got. I just be like, bring me a soda. I'm making my own drink. I'm doing my thing, you know. So I have been drinking a little bit. Pour some in the drink. Sipping. It's like, man, let me get one of them pizzas. You know what I'm saying? Brought the pizza. I'm eating through the previews. I'm smiling. I'm happy, you know. Nigga enjoying this little night.
Like, shit, this is a pretty
I'm like,
good night.
shit, we're going to be good. Not thinking I eat this whole little personal pizza. It's probably going to make me sleepy.
Yeah.
Along with the drink. So I smashed the pizza out. And the movie starts. You know, just cranking up the story. Kind of getting to know what's going on in the family. Next thing I know, I'm gone. I'm talking about out. I don't think I was snoring because I ain't have my mouth open or nothing, but I was just out of there. Mm-hmm. Jump scare. Bang! I was like, oh shit. Nigga, I ain't sleep the rest of the movie. They had me. I was like, what the fuck happened?
Right, you know what I'm saying?
I was like, god damn, that shit was loud.
It's like, this movie's been good so far, right?
I know.
No, I wasn't sleeping.
I'm like, it's crazy. This shit is crazy. Mm-hmm. I stayed up for the rest of the movie. It was entertaining. For me, usually if it's not rated R, it ain't gonna be enough like to it.
Right.
But it's PG-13. It was good. Like I was glad I saw it in the theater. It was loud. It was entertaining. You know.
I'm trying to think if I seen the fucking previews for that.
Probably. I feel like they were kind of subtle. The thing here with this though, here's where I always have a breakdown with any scary movie. There's a victim, there's a monster, and there's somebody trying to find the solution.
Right.
A lot of times the solution don't make no fucking sense. So you got to just go with them on it.
Right.
But to me, I appreciate the closer you try to get to making it make sense.
Right. You got to put a wicker basket on his head, set it on fire, and then, hit him in the nuts with a bowling ball.
You got to do some shit that people could have thought of 500 years ago when it started, but for some reason they hadn't.
Totally missed the opportunity.
It wasn't until this one white family that they ran up on.
You know what I'm saying?
You're like, okay, sure.
Boogeyman's like, I've been getting away for this shit for like 1,000 years, and y'all niggas finally figure out the fucking...
I've been smashing niggas for centuries, but nobody had introduced fire prior to this.
You know what I'm saying? Hey,
I'm in trouble today. I'm like,
you figured out my weakness.
Entertaining movie, though.
It's wicker baskets. Damn you.
I just felt like I need to see more scary movies at night. Maybe I'll run up on one that's like Hereditary. If I'd have saw Hereditary in the theaters, I'd have been fucked up. I'm gonna tell you that. I am going. Have you seen Hereditary?
What is that about?
Shit. It's on maybe Showtime. You can pull it up. Pull it up and see it. Wait till it's dark. Pull it up and watch it. I guarantee you will not go to sleep unaffected. Guarantee. There's several scenes. It's about this mother who lost her mom, and they're kind of slowly realizing their mom, the grandmother who died, may have been in some kind of fucking cult.
It's on Max.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Check it out. And it's weird. Like it's a lot of weird shit happening, but the last 10 minutes of the movie is seared in my mind.
Word.
And I watch scary movies. I watched it. I watched it when it first happened. I remember it affected me. I watched it again last year sometime. I was up at my girl's house at that time, right? Watched it. She fell asleep. I stayed up, watched it all the way to the end, and then was in the room with her. She gone. Nigga, I'm over here looking at the dark corners of the room.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
What the fuck is going on? I'm sitting up. I'm listening for sounds. I was like, oh, this shit got me. I love a movie that does that to me, though.
Word.
That's my jam.
Like, usually this shit don't bother me.
Yeah.
It's like, I think historically, movies that's bothered me were shit that could be possibly real. So, like, your Exorcist. Yeah. Even some of the Conjuring joints. Like, not this last one. Last one kind of stupid.
Yeah.
But the
Devil
one
made me do it.
Yeah, the one when they went to England.
Yeah.
The Crooked Man shit bothered me.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
They got you?
I don't know why though. You know what I'm saying?
I thought the second one, that's the one you're talking about,
because
was pretty good.
Yeah, because Crooked Man, like, cause you come out on me, I'm whooping your ass. But
nothing beats that first one where they playing that little clap game, and then she doing the thing, and then them hands come by her ear out of nowhere.
Right.
Like,
oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
You get me on that.
I thought the Nun was gonna bother me, but then it ended up being dumb.
Yeah, it was disappointing.
I was like, this is trash.
It was disappointing. I was disappointed in it. They doing another one.
I saw the little preview with old boy in the MRI machine or whatever the fuck he was in.
They need to go back to whatever formula they had for the first and second one, because I feel like they gotten away from it.
Yeah, The Devil Made Me Do It was not good. Like, I think I think I went to the movie theater to see that shit, and then watched it again at the crib once it came out on like whatever the fuck is on HBO or whatever. And I was like, this is stupid.
It's almost like at this point you gotta wait until it's some kind of like independent new joint, like Midsommar. I hadn't seen that when it first came out. I had heard of it, but I didn't see it. And then I finally watched it on Showtime, and I'm like, this shit is throw, nigga. This shit is wild. It ain't like scary movie, scary. It's more like some weird, wild shit happening. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
Another one you need to put down to see. Midsommar. Shit is wild. I like any movie that has enough of an impact that, like, when I get home, I'm like, damn, that shit was crazy.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Fuck?
Are you thinking about that shit a couple of days later on and shit is like, what the fuck is
Yes. If it was dumb, like I thought, like you said, The Conjuring, the last one was dumb. The Nun was dumb. The Nun 2 already come out? That was dumb.
Damn, they did a second one?
I think they did.
Like, the first one was absolute trash. Why do a second one?
They were trying to build an origin story or something, I think.
Annabelle was dumb.
Absolutely. So much they could have done with that they didn't.
Well, the thing that was weird that they made Annabelle an actual like doll that looked fucking scary, but in real life she's just a Raggedy Ann doll, like a little with the fucking yarn hair and shit like that. Yeah.
There was I don't know how to enhance that, but that was dumb. There was a movie that came out called Malignant that I remember seeing on HBO first.
I think I seen that.
I thought that was dumb.
Was that the second head in the back of the head shit?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Absolutely fucking trash.
Yes. And I was like, what are we doing, man?
Absolutely trash.
That's why I started looking so much at like Midsommar and Hereditary, because like you gotta find these little other stories. They're pretty entertaining.
What's that other joint in the same vein as Conjuring? It's not back in the days though. It's like modern times. Older lady, she went back home to like where she was from, like where she grew up at, to fight some sort of ghost that was in the house. And the ghost or the demon or whatever the fuck, like would take your voice by like turning his finger into a key and putting it in your throat and locking it.
sounds vaguely familiar.
Right, but I can't think of the name of it. It's not Conjuring. Insidious. I like those.
See, the first one was cool to me. Everything after that, I was like, Wait. Insidious. What's the other one? With the ghost face dude that be
Scream?
having the kids do all the. What is it?
You said Scream?
No, not like a mask. Like it's the dude's face, and he have kids killing their family and shit.
Ooh.
Sinister.
Oh, okay.
Now the first Sinister was good. The second one, I think they got another one of them coming out. The first one was good though with Ethan Hawke. Mm-hmm. That shit was good.
I think I seen that shit.
That one was good. I'm trying to think. There's a older movie called The Taking of Deborah Logan. That's always gonna be one of my favorites. That shit is dope. It's documentary style, but it was wild shit happening, and it just drew you in because it was supposed to be about this lady that had Alzheimer's, and you start learning shit about the town and some wild shit. So it's good if you haven't seen it. On top of that, what was the last one I saw that I was like, that's good? Damn, it just escaped me. But yeah, man. I get excited when like a scary movie comes out. I just need them to have some substance and not just to be some dumb shit that don't make sense. I'm not into all the super gory stuff. You ain't got to slice a nigga head off, take his eyeball out, crush it, eat it, chew on it, stick it up his nose. I don't
right,
need
you gotta do all that shit, yeah.
That's it.
A little extra.
That's why I like some of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies, but some of them I'll be like, all right, dog. You gotta watch you cut this nigga through to the bone. I get the gist.
Right. Yeah, crazy nigga with a chainsaw and shit, like eating folks. Like, we get it.
Got it.
We get it.
Solid. We got it.
Chill
Thanks. Out. Relax. But yeah, I'm gonna see that Blackening movie. It seems like it's goofy. And
like it got some funny parts in it and shit.
See, so I want to see that. But that's why I've been such a big supporter of Jordan Peele. Like, I want to see more black people doing scary movies. Get Out was great, obviously. Us, different. I thought it was good. It was an interesting concept. I feel like he's going more Shyamalan territory now, where people are like, all right, you're trying to come up with a twist, and the twist ain't that good.
Yeah.
So now it's affecting the movie.
Like Nope.
Nope.
Nope was fucking terrible.
I like Nope. Well, I like the people in Nope.
The acting was good.
Yeah.
The acting in Nope was good.
Yes. Having did we say spoiler? Does it matter? Because they should have seen
it. No, you should have seen this shit. Fuck y'all. If y'all ain't seen it yet, fuck you. Spoiler alert, nigga. Fast forward.
That looks like a
fucking air balloon.
A balloon.
Yeah, it's a fucking air balloon
that's eating niggas.
And I said that in the movie. I was like, are we fucking serious right now?
But here's my thing. At least you're trying to give us some outside the box shit. Could it be a little better? Sure.
Absolutely.
He's got another one coming out.
It's going to be trash.
I'm not hearing great stuff about it, but I'm still going to watch it. And I'm still going to rock with him because I want to see more black people in that space doing shit. Nobody knows more about fucking fear than black people. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we live in constant fear all the time.
Jesus. Yeah. So why aren't we running that genre of movie?
Yeah, on some real life shit. That's just like on Tales of the Hood, which is fucking hilarious. But
classic. Fantastic. Love it.
Fucking Nope was a nope for me.
Nice.
A big nope.
Nice job, Ebert.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's 2 thumbs down. Made my penis soft. Hey, fuck, that shit was fucking terrible, yo. Like, god damn. Good like Lord. A killer air balloon, cuz.
Yeah.
A killer air balloon.
Nigga out here Hoover vacuum cleaning motherfuckers.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
chewing them and spitting shit out.
And then
can't digest certain things.
And then what do they do? Like to finally kill the shit? Like use another fucking balloon to kill a balloon.
Pretty much.
This shit was fucking terrible, yo.
Just throwing in, you know what? I watched it with Maya, and all she remembers is that fucking monkey scene. Just throwing in a chimpanzee that beats the brakes off of niggas for no reason in the middle of a movie is wild. Like, that's wild. Like, it didn't even make sense that much for the rest of the movie other than you seeing old girl out there with Steven Yeun and knowing that he survived this. Outside of that,
what was the point?
Was that?
Yeah, what was the point?
That was How?
Well, I mean, I guess to show that anything in the wild, like if you try to domesticate it, like you can't. And that's what he was trying to do with the air balloon.
With the balloon.
Yeah.
Trying to make it part of his show.
Right. Like, and it backfired on him. Like, that's the only thing that I can actually see being relevant to that shit. Like, outside
Did you
of
see
that.
Us?
I did see Us.
What'd you think?
Us wasn't bad. It wasn't good either.
I felt like I'm with it until the very end. And then I'm like, that's what we doing? We holding hands across the nation?
Right.
That was the game plan?
That's what y'all niggas...
That's what we killed for.
All this calamity that you motherfuckers caused so you
that.
Can go out there and have a Coke and
so
a fucking smile.
Be on the surface and hold hands and sing songs. I don't... bruh.
And who didn't figure out that twist, like, from jump?
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, so you the underground chick.
But again, I appreciate movies trying to give you a twist. I don't think it's the easiest thing to come up with.
No.
But the ones that do stand out. Even what's the one with Richard Gere back in the day with Edward Norton? Primal Fear. Do you remember that?
I know I've seen it. I don't remember.
That's
I don't
where
remember
he was the altar boy or whatever, and he thought he was innocent and stuttering the whole time. And at the end, he done defended the shit out of him. And then he realized, oh, this nigga did that shit intentionally. Killed everybody. So yeah, I like a good twist. And
I think unusual suspect type shit. Yeah.
Yep.
Usual suspect, yeah.
Like a good twist. That's why I'm not gonna discourage it, man. I don't think Nope hit the mark. It was entertaining. I thought the cast was great. Let's keep going.
Definitely some A1 acting.
Yeah.
They brought my man back, who played the director. Who was the villain in The Crow?
The old dude?
Yeah, the old white dude.
He's been in a bunch of stuff lately.
A lot of shit.
Yeah.
A lot of shit. He's coming back to relevance,
he was
apparently.
in Training Day.
Was he?
He was in the room with Denzel.
He was.
The one that they went to get the money up.
He wore glasses. He wore glasses in it. Yeah, that was him.
Yep.
Yeah, motherfucker been acting for a long time and shit.
What is his name?
White dude.
Nice. White dude number 3.
White dude number 3.
With the white hair. Please come forward. Thank you.
It's your turn.
Time to do what you do. Watch, I'm gonna find it. Nope, cast.
While you're looking that up, I want to talk about this one particular thing.
Michael Wincott. Oh, he wasn't in Training Day. Oh, was he?
I think he was. It looks like him.
He actually might have been, but I was thinking of somebody else. But yes, go ahead.
We kind of got off topic with the scary movies and shit, which is cool. We do that shit. One thing I wanted to talk about, and this is something that I've been guilty of too, especially living here in Texas, and the price of living has gone up tremendously since the pandemic, is blaming Californians for all the ills in the great state of Texas. I'm guilty of that shit too. Like when rent started going up, house prices started going up, I'm like, God damn, you niggas stay in California, man. Quit coming here. You fucking it up for the rest of us. Which is semi-true. Semi-true because y'all are moving here. It is causing an influx for houses to be purchased and needed on the market, which is causing these greedy ass fucking, house builders and apartment complexes to raise their rates. So it's not your fault, but it kind of is.
Nice.
But I say that to say this is like I see this shit a lot, especially like just reading the comments and on Instagram. Traffic is bad because Californians move here and can't drive, or people from out of state are coming here in droves and they can't drive. Like crime is going up because Californians are bringing their crime with them, or New Yorkers are bringing their crime with them, et cetera, et cetera. Traffic was bad before these niggas moved here. Mm-hmm. Y'all couldn't drive before these motherfuckers moved here. Mm-hmm. It's just that we all kind of drove alike. It was easier to predict that asshole was about to do what he was about to do because, hey, you was thinking about doing the same goddamn thing and probably had before. Crime has always been bad in this motherfucker. It just didn't affect you where you were living at.
I think too, like it was a lot of smaller towns that have expanded because of white flight. So it's like that can also give the impression that, oh, there's an influx of people. Because if you go from, all right, if you like all the white people in Richardson, niggas start coming up north. Now we over by 635 and fucking whatever.
Yeah, 75, like the little high five.
Yeah,
shit,
that intersection. So they start moving north. They hit Plano, they in Frisco. Frisco used to be just some little bullshit out there. You know, now it's growing. And a part of that growth, you live in a neighborhood, it'd be some people who've been from Dallas, but it might be 2 or 3 people from California,
right,
Minnesota, wherever the fuck. And so the idea becomes, like, it blossoms into, oh, we got all these interlopers from out of state. And it's like, nah, y'all running north. And people who can afford it could be coming from somewhere else and being like, shit, I want some of that.
Right.
I don't think you can blame them. Niggas is still trying to get north. And the more we go north,
the more north they go.
Now they expanding Anna and whatever else is up there,
Alyssa,
Prosper and
Princeton,
all of that, Hearst,
Lucas,
whatever.
Yeah.
They expand into all of those, and they'll become bigger towns because we in Prosper, we in Frisco, we in Little Elm, and it's a constant migration. And then you just factor in people are coming from other states. There's people coming from Mexico. There's people coming from everywhere. It's just it's nothing you can do about it.
Right. They also blaming liberals for a lot of shit too, which is weird.
That's the game plan from their
yeah,
playbook.
from that, yeah, from that. You know, if it wasn't for the liberal DAs, but the truth be told, cause like the prisons and jail systems are overcrowded, like so they got to let motherfuckers walk sometimes, or go on probation or whatever, or get out without bail because they honestly don't have anywhere to fucking put them at. Can't build, can't expand. Gonna have to wait till trial, so motherfuckers get to go home and sit the crib. You know what I'm saying?
You may have heard me state this on here before, but the systems here are trash.
Absolutely,
all of them.
All of them. And it's because some motherfuckers catch a break and they able to go to the crib while they wait to be tried by 12. Then you know, it just kind of is what it is. But like to like blame certain failures on one sect of people, whether it be Californians, whether it be liberal Californians, whether it be liberals, whether it be liberal DAs, is weird because, especially in Texas, the ones that are running the system aren't that. Mm-hmm. They're Texans. They're conservatives. They're the crime and law and order motherfuckers without crime and law and order motherfuckers, especially when it comes to their own. So if you want to look at breakdowns of systems and issues with crime and traffic, which are, you know, road systems, services and shit like that, transportation, that all boils down for who the fuck you vote for. You keep voting for the same motherfuckers, you're going to keep getting the same shit. Because outside of their own, you know, self-wants and needs, they don't give a fuck.
Pretty much. So, yeah, man. It's a system that really is built top heavy. And the people who are at the top get majority of the benefits and expect the base, people at the bottom, to hold the system up. But like other philosophers, such as Amaru Shakur and other people have stated,
what I'm thinking fucking is, yo,
have stated,
man, only thing that survived.
Lord, at some point, you know, the poor.
Shout out to the Xbox controller.
You stupid. The poor gonna eat the rich, man. Class warfare is coming.
Yeah,
continue to grow because the gap continues to grow.
Absolutely.
And if there aren't changes made towards that going into the next generation, then there's nothing that can be done but fall out. That's why there's so many apocalyptic movies and shit, I think, because people know at some point all of this has got to turn into something else. That's why shit like Waterworld and all that shit like that just seems ridiculous, but also, or Mad Max, where this nigga got control of the water, and so he's running everything. People are like, yeah, it'll never be like that. It's what's happening now, just in a different form.
In a different form, right?
So I mean, it's not really as far fetched as people think. There was a time we didn't pay for water. Nobody bought water bottles. Nobody bought that shit.
Right.
That would be outlandish. If we dropped you in the 60s and 70s and was like, how much is water? People would laugh at you.
Right. Like, free?
Now, it's normal. So at some point, if they charging niggas for air or certain types of air, you know what happened. And I just think when the introduction of an idea comes, we have a small window to really rail and battle against it and try and kill it before it becomes widely accepted. Like the system of credit, that's only been around since late 80s. So that's become widely accepted. Mm-hmm. Paying for water, having to pay for luggage in the airline, like all of these things are more recent changes that just started permeating society. Having to pay for somebody to share Netflix outside of Netflix home, like, yo, you have an opportunity to fight. And if you don't take it, then it's just normal. Now it's more of an uphill battle because the systems suck.
They do. So
all of them.
Stop blaming different sector people and start blaming the system. Start looking at the systems as a problem because damn sure ain't the solution. It's working exactly how it's supposed to be working, y'all.
Yeah.
Which is fucking all of us. This next topic seems like it's going to be a long one.
Uh-oh.
Defining woke, because a lot of you motherfuckers don't know what it is. And I don't understand how you would want to be sleep, because that's the opposite of being woke, is being non-awoke or unawoke. That means that you don't know shit. So, but I don't know.
It's been co-opted already.
It has.
There's really no point.
There's no point into because y'all motherfuckers are stupid.
Nah, yeah.
I did because I find this shit funny. My man Zion is having one of the best and worst weeks of his life. My man. I mean, shout out to Zion though, man. He shot a shot. He saw something he wanted. He got it. He just didn't know what he was getting into. I don't know how. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know. Hey, let me preface this by saying I in no way look down upon or shame anybody, man, woman, they, their, them, it, that, have, whatever the fuck you are. You know what I'm saying? Shame you for doing whatever you do. That's OnlyFans, that's camming, that's even if you're on the fucking corner selling it, your boy ain't got a problem with it. I think it's one of those things that people should be allowed to do. If they're over the age of 18 to do it, and they're consenting adults, and they do it safely. I think you should be able to do what the fuck you want to do. But that being said,
I think they should be over the age of 20.
You need 20, maybe 21.
Yeah,
let's say 21. Because by then,
18, you still do dumb shit.
Yeah, you still doing dumb shit.
You still get taken advantage of. I mean, not that you can at 21, but it's like you 21.
Yeah, you 21. You've been here.
You out there.
Yeah, you out there. I mean, I still did dumb shit at 21, but
for sure.
Yeah. But let's say over the age of 21 for the sake of this particular example. But you gotta know, who you're dealing with. You gotta know what it's about. You got to, and I don't think he did a very good job of setting and defining the relationship and parameters, because she's been going ham, and I want to say she's still going ham. Matter of fact, she just got a tattoo of this nigga's name on the side of her face the other day, purely probably for
that is moment
clout.
Number 1 through 5 where I'm lobbying that restraining order and anything else, because once you cross that line, you're not doing normal shit.
Right. You're not, restraining order.
That's not normal shit.
Cease and desist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I need stuff lined up so when you pull up, I can do what I need to do, because right now you want some wild shit. Even if you just doing it for whatever, a tattoo on the face, in my opinion. You want some Manson shit.
Yeah, that's some next level crazy. Like, you would never see me again. Like, you would never see me again. Like, you would never see, like, and if you did, it'd be at the other end of my gun. Like, you would never see me.
Like, what we not finna do?
Right. You would, know that it's on if you ever see me again.
Yeah.
Like, number one, you blew up the spot. Like, I understand you being upset, that you thought the relationship was something that it clearly wasn't to this man. You know what I'm saying? Like, she broke down exactly what happened. I'll make it short. He seeked her out, made an arrangement, flew her into town. They did their thing, what adults do. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was buying her things. He was taking her here, taking her there, putting her up in fancy hotels, et cetera, et cetera. I think her name is Myra Mills, I believe is what her name is. I don't know. It's not important. Well, it is important to the story, but it's, whatever. She is and was or is an ex OnlyFans lady. So she on OnlyFans busting it out. She does porn. Cool. He saw something that enticed him, so he hit her up on the DMs, man, told her, I'll fly you out to New Orleans, put you up here, there, and there, buy you this and that. Now let me smash. You know what I'm saying? A couple of times, any freaky white girls that we can get to come be down with us and shit. She didn't and do that. And she feels like they had an actual relationship. Cool. Around the Valentine's Day this year, maybe this year. Yeah, it had to be this year. My man wanted her to fly in. She couldn't because she was in the hospital. It was under doctor's orders to be on bed rest because she was trying to undo past plastic surgery. So she couldn't come down. My man was like, okay, cool. Since she can't come down, I'm going to find somebody else. And that's what he did. That somebody else that he found got that person pregnant. And this what pretty much set off the whole thing. Got another chick pregnant, did the whole gender review online, and ever since that video's popped, she been going at my man nonstop, 24/7, 365, whatever you want to call it, since then. Telling all the business. Like, she helped get his ass into shape when he was being told that he needs to get that his weight under control.
Has he? How many games has he even played?
He missed a majority of the season last year because of injury, and just because of that, he should want to be in better shape because that's your livelihood there. He hasn't played a whole NBA season yet since he's gotten into the league. She claims that she helped him get into shape. She did this and that in the third for him. When nigga wanted to spit in their mouth. He's spitting in their mouth. He wanted freaky white girls, like I said, to get down. She said that didn't happen because she couldn't find any or whatnot. But my man, he needed something at that particular point in time. She wasn't able to provide it.
Again, I keep saying, I don't understand why anybody making millions of dollars has any social media, anything. You would not be able to find me. She can have hers, but then you wouldn't be able to add me or nothing.
Right.
Unless you knew somebody in my circle, it don't matter to me.
Right.
I'm doing me. But when you on social media and all that stuff starts touching you, I just don't understand why you would want it or need it.
Again, he kind of needs it for PR and marketing.
Let the motherfucking team do that. I'm not doing that. Y'all got that. I'm over here minding my business.
Spitting bitches and spitting
apparently so.
Yeah, spitting the mouse.
But I mean, that doesn't solve the problem. That's my thought. Like, I'm not gonna have that, man.
But this generation looks at that shit a lot different than us. They need that shit.
True.
You know what I'm saying? They need that shit.
True.
They need that instant.
Because if I'm him, if I am in my right mind and sound, and I feel like my reputation's been dragged and I want to repair it, I don't know. What do you do? Go on the Red Table Talk and try and talk it out?
I'm so glad that goddamn show is off. I guess, yeah. I mean, there is no more Ricky Lake or Maury to tell the side of your story and shit. My man, like I said, like, yo, he didn't. I really don't think that he spelled out the parameters of their relationship very well. I don't think he. It might be because maybe he didn't have the time, or he didn't know how to because he's so young and shit. Like she's in her mid-30s. She could have definitely manipulated the situation a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But he got what he wanted. She got what she wanted. And I'm like, just because he got this chick, you know, this other lady pregnant doesn't mean necessarily that's the end of y'all's agreement, which to me now it is because you done fucked that up. But that didn't mean that it was then. You got your feelings involved into the shit when it was strictly, for him, a transaction-based relationship.
Yeah.
And had he been better at spelling that out.
Here's what I think ends up happening too, though. Is like, because I'm trying to think of who is she mirroring, or like who is she doing? Like, I don't know anybody that like tattooed the nigga name on their cheek. But didn't Amber Rose have like a tattoo on her face or something of somebody's name?
Maybe.
But it's like they be trying these different routes, man, to get to the bag, and it's very extreme. And I can see her even feeling like, well, shit, I'm finna fall out the public eye because he moving on, so I got to do some stuff. But that's a lot.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know her backstory, man. Maybe that's her thing.
Yeah, I mean,
perhaps that's how she gets down.
I mean, my man. Now, you know, it's calls for like my man is like, you know, his priorities are fucked up. Hey, he's more worried about getting ass than he is about, you know, playing in the NBA and shit. He definitely more worried about food than he's worried about playing in the NBA and shit. And this come from a fat nigga. Like, yo, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I get it, fam. But like, when it comes to your livelihood, my job was like, hey, in order for you to keep your job, man, you got to drop at least 30. Shit, I'm dropping that 30.
That's what I'm on, man.
I mean, shit.
I'm trying to drop some pounds right now because I'm trying to treat it like my livelihood resides on it. Like, I'm trying to like create that in my mind just to give me the motivation when I don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting here in a hoodie now, and it's 98 degrees outside.
Yeah,
trying to break a sweat. But I don't know, man. It doesn't sound like it was a very healthy relationship,
like at all. It definitely tough. Seemed, way she described it, a little parasitic. Like she was getting, like on both ends. Not saying just her end, saying both ends. He was getting his little freaky needs met, and she was getting her monetary needs met. You know what I'm saying? Seems like I said, he just didn't, and they just didn't come to an understanding. It's like, we're not together. I'm going to fuck whoever the fuck I want to. I'm paying you to show up, you know, for us to do our things. What you get from it? Money. What I get from it? White bitches I'm able to spit in your mouth. That's shit I like.
Alrighty.
Afterwards, I'm going to eat a couple of hamburgers. Some beignets.
Jesus Christ.
Go down there and get some beignets at Cafe Du Monde. Fresh. This shit is delicious.
I'm about to be out there in a couple weeks.
Oh, word, you still going? You still going?
Yeah, well, I'm taking, me and Maya going up there. I'm going to meet my sister there, so I already booked a room.
You need to be careful.
I'm going to drive down sometime early in the morning. We'll get there, time to check in and all that. It's an 8-hour drive, so check in.
The drive ain't no joke either.
I know. Well, that's actually what I'm into is, you know, I mean, it's going to be early, but she'll probably sleep a little bit, and then maybe we'll stop somewhere or find somewhere to stop along the way. I'm trying to, like, have a road trip where we do some shit, make some memories, have some fun, see something weird. I don't know.
Hey, y'all could go, because y'all do drive through where both of them are at. Like, Grambling is in Alexandria, I believe. And then, of course, Southern is in Baton Rouge. Of course, you got LSU in Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, she too young. She can't gamble, so you can't go to the boats in Shreveport and shit. Nah. So you can keep driving there. Outside of that, there's really nothing like, you know.
I know. And my sister, she recommended like a couple places. I guess one of them is like a black-run historical site, like plantation type deal.
Yeah, I'm cool.
But I guess they're saying it's really like, it's not what you think.
What you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like, I might check it out. And they gave another couple places. Of course, we're going to get something to eat. So, you know. And then I don't know. She's going to go with my sister that Thursday. I think we leave Tuesday night. She'll be with my sister that Thursday, and then I'll be there Friday. So I'll probably hit a casino or something, see if I can make some money before I get home. Drive back.
Yeah, nigga, just be safe in that bitch. Them niggas is acting stupid in New Orleans right now.
Well, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
That's how people get down, man. Get it how you live out here.
Get you some of them oysters too, boy. Acme Oyster Bar. Like that's one thing I ain't never gonna forget. Is some goddamn oysters. That's a whole trip for me right there. You went to New Orleans, New Orleans was cool, yeah, but them fucking oysters are delicious. But they are, you know what I'm saying?
Last time I went with my sister, that was a few years ago. We went somewhere, man, where they had some rice. It was red beans and rice. It was amazing. And I had something else. I don't remember if it was okra. It was something I don't normally eat, but it was fucking amazing. We went to a couple places, so my sister was like, I can't find nobody to go on the food tour with me. I'm like, shit, I'll go.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's what we did. So, yeah. I would say, man, in relation to the Zion thing, too, man, if you're in a relationship where anybody makes you feel like those things, like sometimes you gotta, I don't know. I think you need friends. Like you need people you can talk to who can help you recognize stuff outside of that tunnel. Sometimes you're in a relationship, you're in this tunnel vision thing, and you can't see yourself. You know,
yeah, you're making an absolute ass out of yourself. You need somebody to tell you that.
Yeah, and
that's a hard thing to do. But
it's very hard because it's also like, you know, are you staying in this relationship or whatever? You don't want everybody to know your business. Like that ain't the goal, but you do sometimes need some objective thoughts. You know, if you're in a situation, man, where you feeling things outside of what you normally know about yourself. You need a friend or somebody who's going to be like, yeah, man, that's not you. Or, you know, hey, man, you might want to look into that because it don't seem like that's aligning with who you are or how you get down. So it's important. It's important. I'm finding it's important not to really like just clam up and not talk to nobody. Conversation helps.
It does. It does. I mean, you know, you can only do so much, and you just like it's a delicate like situation to be in because you don't want to overstep.
Yep.
You definitely don't want to piss that friend off. But if you see some reckless ass shit happening, like
that's always been my thing, though. Like I feel like in the friendships that I've been able to have or develop a rapport with people, I like to develop it to where I don't have to walk on eggshells around that. Like most people who know me know I got 2 friends who are married now, and I told them I recommended they break up with the women they married to.
Oh, word?
Yeah. One of them, he was upset. They had got into it. He was telling me about it. You know, things they was bumping heads on. I'm like, bro, that's who you are. I'm like, break up with it. You got to stay with it.
Yeah.
And I don't think that was something they were going to do. But I wanted them to know, like, I care more about you than whatever this is that you're trying to
hash out.
Yeah. You know, and I let them know that too. Like, hey, man, I'm giving you this advice based on where you are telling me you at right now. You know, and I think this is the best move for your mental and internal health. Should you decide that's not what you're going to do, I'm your boy. I'm going to rock with you. One of them, I was the best man at his wedding. The other one, I was a groomsman at his wedding. And that's just, you know, I don't know. I've always wanted to have that. You know, some people are like, if you like it, I love it.
Right, yeah.
But I've always wanted to be able to be just honest and be like, nah, man, it don't seem like it's really benefiting you the way you wanted to.
I play it by ear. It depends on who the friend is.
Yeah,
because some motherfuckers just don't listen. So like,
that's a fact.
That person, I'm like, if you like it, I love it. You a dumb nigga. But also,
any black person that, and I mean, I know some people say it sincerely because they just want, hey, if you rocking with it, I'm rocking with it. I've never been a fan of that phrase because I just feel like it's not if you like it, I love it. It's I can share my opinion on this person, but still be objective and have my own individual relationship and rapport with. If they not beating on you, as long as they ain't beating on you, you know, if the nigga is doing some stupid shit, but you still fucking with him, I'm not gonna treat him like shit because you love him. You know, that's your person, whatever. I can rock with that. But I feel like also we can still be objective and be like, now you know, this nigga's giving you headaches over and over. You might want to think about making a move. But you know, everybody do stuff in their own timeline. I just like having a path to an honest conversation if possible.
Right.
Like you said, it depends on who it is. So some people not in a place to hear it. Not even because they hard-headed. They just, you know, they might be in that tunnel.
Exactly. Rose-colored glasses. Oh, Shirley ain't that bad.
Yeah. Nigga got 2 black eyes, bloody nose.
She ain't that bad.
We just got into a disagreement.
She's real passionate. One thing that you know that Shirley's passionate. Mm-hmm. Shirley, she's passion. Like that's the number one thing you think of when you see Shirley.
And her hands are passionate as well.
Yeah, very passionate. Nigga. Yeah, she passionate all over your face.
You passioned out.
You know what I'm saying? Dumb.
Passioned out right now.
You got so much passion in you, man. You got to wear glasses, man. You like that what's that Billy Idol song, man. You know what I'm saying? But this passion, not your future. So bright. You got so much passion that's so bright you gotta wear shades. You goofball.
Relationships, man.
Yeah.
They something else.
They are.
Live and learn though.
You do, and there's more learning. More learning.
A lot.
Like you don't ever stop fucking
man. I agree. So shout out to Zion, man, you know.
Young fella.
Going through some things.
Eat a salad.
What's the girl name? Mariah
Mills?
Yeah.
Mariah Mills.
Shout out to her too, man.
Yeah,
I mean, you might,
baby, you gonna be
I hope
okay.
somebody checks in with her, just like, you know, all right, girl, you got a plan here, right?
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like
you tattooing niggas' names on your face.
What's the end game?
Let me know.
Because you didn't already put out all the shit that the dude was doing for you, all the money. That's probably gonna stop.
Yep.
But she said she's cool. Like she got her own dough. It's like you didn't already ask the team to trade them. You said if they don't, you're gonna put out the sex tape, which technically, not even technically, is a felony. But then you getting tattoos of niggas' names on your face.
It's a lot of instability there, and maybe she needs a friend to reach out and just be like, hey, let's slow down.
Yeah, friend.
Let's slow down.
Niggas that own straight jackets. One of them motherfuckers.
Say, man.
She need that good long hug.
Relationships be putting niggas in that space though. Man. Relationships had you doing shit you never thought you would do.
I've never committed or threatened to commit a felony for the shit though. Nah. I have pulled up with heat though.
Nah.
Cause hey,
I haven't done that either. Nah.
I've pulled up with the blammer. Okay. Then answering the phone.
Wow.
Been 3 hours and shit. Cool.
Wow.
I'm outside.
We are
with the 40.
Talking about other people.
Yeah, we're not talking about me. Damn, with that oversharing shit again,
shit.
man. Yeah, we ain't found shit.
It'd be wild if something like that happened. Good thing that we
don't do things like that.
Men of a certain age, and
I don't.
You know, that's young people shit. We don't do that.
It definitely was some young people shit. This was over 20 years ago.
This level of self-destructiveness,
it's got to stop, right?
We should probably talk about that.
Yeah, it's got to stop. I got to stop sharing shit with y'all niggas. But you know what it started? It started with that fucking Guac 3000 shit. Maybe even before then, but that's the one that just kind of sticks out into my mind. That Guac 3000 shit, man. And it's just been down here from there.
The Guac.
I don't even use that shit anymore.
Damn, it's already novelty gone. It's worn off.
Basically,
that was my fear. Is that it for a limited time? It's like
and then it's like especially when you use it a lot. Like
yeah.
I think
I know at some point you're like, this sucks.
But then you start thinking about amping it up a little bit, like finding something that's just that's like a level above that shit.
Wow.
Right, and I don't want to go there. That's sad.
About to be out here fucking robots.
I would fuck a robot now.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, I fuck a robot.
All right, we should probably wrap this up before you say something
that
just
absolutely
really takes you out of the field.
Absolutely.
Goodness
if
gracious.
farmers can fuck sheep, like I don't understand why niggas can't fuck robots, man.
Oh my god!
And then you like a robot can consent.
Can it?
Hey, if you
If
got
it's
that
programmed,
yeah, but if it's like on this AI shit where it's actually learning, hey, if it says no, okay, robot, ribbit, all right, ribbit.
I'm not fucking robots.
It's gonna come to that one of these days. It might not be in our lifetime, but some motherfuckers gonna be fucking robots.
I mean, that's a fact because first thing humans want to do is fuck everything they create.
They kill it.
But yes, that's a hard pass.
Just Robbie that episode of Rick and Morty when he was fucking a robot and got it pregnant.
Oh yep.
Yeah, that show it's funny as fuck. But anyway, I'm saying that's it. I think we went a little far. I mean, not a little far, but went into depth. Oh, this is a pretty good episode, I guess. Still got the Patreon out there. $5. You get the bonus shit. I think we're gonna do a real quick one here in a second. So if you want to hear the bonus content for this episode, $5 a month, Patreon, sign up. We are on basically everything. Everything. All the things. With the exception of like SoundCloud or some shit like that. We're on basically everything.
We're not struggling rappers.
We're not. We're struggling podcasters though.
Yes. And SoundCloud's not the place for that.
It's not the place for that. You gotta be a rapper. Like all our shit, like comment, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, if we ain't found, with the exclamation instead of the I. Outside of that, man, yeah.
We ain't found shit.
Well, okay, there we go. This has been We Ain't Found.
We ain't found sheep.
And we are out this bitch. Long live R&B Drive-By.
Ooh, yeah.
Peace.